welcome you to this week's edition of Fiberside Summer Crawl. I am Debbie. I own Dances with Wool in Richmond, Virginia, and I'm excited to be your host today. We will be visiting 4 shops today: Hill Country Weavers in Austin, Texas; Yarniversity by River City Yarns in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada; Purls Yarn Shop in Winter Haven, Florida; and Fuzzy Goat in historic Thomasville, Georgia. Now, to keep us on time, I will be monitoring the clock closely. Each shop has 15 minutes for their presentation. Please use the chat feature to post your questions. And to keep us moving along, each shop has a designated helper popping links into the chat and answering questions specific to their presentation. If you would like to follow up on anything you see or hear today, please contact each shop directly. Contact information will be posted in the chat and will also be available on our website at fibersidechats.com. Look for the email with today's recording and the links that will arrive in your inboxes. Those will be within 48 hours of this presentation. And at the end of our tour, we'll take a little extra time to hand out some very special prizes to randomly drawn names from all access pass holders. We appreciate the generosity of the lovely people and companies who have contributed to the prize packages. This week, we'd like to acknowledge and give a warm thank you to Bryson Distributing, Coco Knits, and Kramer Yarns. If you'd like to see the prizes that have been donated, please check out our playlist on Fiberside Summer Crawl YouTube channel, linked in the comments. So now, let's get started. Welcome to the August 13th edition of Fiberside Summer Crawl. We're going to begin our session today with Suzanne and Kaiwen at Hill Country Weavers. Hill Country Weavers is located in Austin, Texas. They started in 1981 in a very small space with a little bit of yarn, a small loom, and a very big dream. The store has since grown to be a Texas destination for all things fiber, filled with yarn made close to home, as well as around the world. Hill Country Weavers' website is hillcountryweavers.com. At 1:15, our spotlight will go to Barb and Cynthia at Yarniversity by River City Yarns in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Barb and Cynthia, a dynamic sister team, have created a hub for knitters and crocheters and other fiber artists to meet and mingle, learn and grow, connect and thrive. They provide learning opportunities through workshops and online tutorials. They host community gatherings, sponsor make-alongs, offer fresh designs and recommendations for great yarns, and teach you new skills from their 20-plus years in the world of yarn. Barb and Cynthia invite you to come and join them. You'll find Yarniversity by River City Yarns online at rivercityyarns.com. At the bottom of the hour, our third presentation will be Laura at Purls Yarn Shop. Purls is located in Central Florida near Legoland and Disney World in the ski capital of the world, Winter Haven. Purls is a fun and friendly shop where all are welcome. You'll find Purls at purls.com. And then finally, at 3:15, we'll visit Cadence at Fuzzy Goat Yarn Shop, a Main Street yarn shop located in Thomasville, Georgia. Step into Fuzzy Goat, where whimsical yarn adventures unite communities online and in their historic Thomasville downtown shop. Experience knitting joy, shop unique gifts, and join a nationwide Fuzzy fans community, all while supporting diversity and inclusion. So first up, we're going to have Suzanne standing by at Hill Country Weavers in Austin, Texas. Welcome, Suzanne.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to this virtual yarn crawl. It's so exciting to have this event every year. So I want to share my store with you. Like she said, we've been open 42 plus years now. We've got a little slideshow that we're sharing with you as well. We've been in business 42 years now. And if you can see in that upper left corner, that was the day we opened up in March of 1981. And I'm the attractive one on the right with the mullet. So that was our very first store. We had about 300 square feet. And we were able, it was going to be our weaving studio where we just went and just did weaving every day and sold a little yarn and taught other people to weave. And it wasn't long before the knitters started coming in as well. And being a knitter, I was in charge of the knitting element of the store. We were there for a few years, moved to closer into town or downtown area after 3 years, and then eventually moved to South Congress, where we spent much of our time and really grew the knitting part of our store. And the bottom picture is what our store looks like today. We have finally found our forever home, as we call it, our happy place. And it's the outside is as beautiful as the inside. It's full of inspiration and full of projects and full of all kinds of things you can knit. I never imagined in 1981 that I would be able to talk to as many people like this on a platform called Zoom. We have definitely come a long way, and our local yarn shops just aren't our neighborhood yarn shops anymore. They can be miles and miles away. So I hope you find my store interesting and we become a local yarn shop to you as well. Thank you.
Okay, so my name is Kaiwen. I'm going to introduce our yarn. First, we're going to go talk about our natural HCW. This is our undyed luxury yarn line. We source from everywhere we can find. They are undyed, they are natural, like merino wool, silk, cashmere, alpaca, camel, and the yak. So the first garment you saw will be on your left is Portland. We make with 2 to 3 skin our most luxury ACL. We call ACL because alpaca, cashmere, and love. It's beautiful. We had a silver color as you see on the screen and also white. The second in the middle is called On the Fence. You're actually going to see outside our store the fence has lace pattern we needed just like that. And this is made with our camel bag, which is the camel and silk yarn. It's very cute poncho, great for summer. Then the next one is On the Road again. Suzanne designed this really quick and fun pattern. Very Texas, and it just use one skin, our very undyed natural liner yarn called a Salt Lake. So you just need one, and the pattern is in our website as well. And last one, if you love weaving, this is our special weaving project Suzanne designed with it, and with our new kind of zebra modeling yarn. You can weave with this, and this is a free pattern called a Pretty in Pink. And the pink part, you can use any scrap yarn you want to use. Pink, you want to use neon yellow, whatever you want. Make the scarf so fun and interesting. And next slide, we're going to talk about La Bien-Aimée. We are very, very lucky to work with Amy at La Bien-Aimée to be one of her stockists. We carry different base of her yarn. We are very lucky. We have Allure, which is a really luxury cashmere, alpaca, silk yarn, and cashmere merino, and BFL socks, Helix, Felix, and Spore, and silk mohair, Kumo, Aaron, and Cory worsted, and also the Cory confetti yarn. You can find it on our website. I want to look at the first shawl called Feel My File. I make that, it's really, really fun pattern. I use about 2-3 skin of base color with the cashmere merino and the 4 skin of cashmere merino gradient yarn. So make that fire looking. And the next one I talk about is the Helix cardigan. This is a cute cardigan. I use a Helix yarn to make. It's only 2 or 3 skin of yarn, and you hold double. They are very fun, and I like to wear the hot pink color because everyone can find me no matter where I go. And the next one is the beautiful scarf on the bottom called Allure. Use 2 skin contrast Allure yarn. It's very easy pattern, and you will feel the softness of the yarn. And the last one, the sweater Stratify, is from Amy's workbook. It's very, very cute pullover with color change. You can play with a little bit lace in between. It's a fun sweater if you want to make easy pullover sweater. And next, we'll talk about our special colorway. Amy was the one to celebrate our 40th anniversary. She specifically designed this beautiful colorway called Flash Dance. when you think about flash dance, because our store started in 1981, so flash dance is 80, so have multiple beautiful color. You got pink, you got red, you got blue and purple. First, I want to show you guys, this is a weaving scarf. Kennedy on our staff, she weave it. It's beautiful with shibui mohair silk hold together, but to show all the beautiful gradient color. If you have any question, you can type in the chat and Kennedy will help you. And then the next, you will see a beautiful shawl. It was knit with one skein of the cashmere merino and a two skein of kumo. So the kumo color is smoke, so it kind of shows the color very well for the flash dance. You can see the difference. And the shawl's pattern is called my Quaiselli shawl. Okay. And the next one is the head. Next, there's a cute head we make with just one skein of the Aran weight. And it's called a tentacular head, Tentacula. It's fun pattern and use one skein merino. You can see the color very bright and pop. So this is our special colorway. We did have with different base. We had cashmere merino, BFL, sport, DK, Aran, and mohair. So you can find it in our store as well. Next, this year we really honored to have Nancy Machon to teach in our retreat. She specially designed this called a weaver's set kit for us. So you use one skein of cashmere merino, full skein, and a 350 gram of cashmere merino to make this a really cool cowl. Also, you can make a little bandana. And the weaving is use your tapestry nail to weave after you finish the cowl, so make a really cool pattern. So we have some kit here. If you're interested, you can check our website as well. Next, we're going to talk about our class. We do have a lot of in-person class. We have weaving class, we have spinning class, we have knitting, we have crochet class. We also have an embroidery class as well. And also the dyeing, natural dye class as well. Besides the local in-person class, we do Zoom class. We work with our local dyer, Dawn Barker, to do some Zoom class when she's cannot be in the store. We also work with Ande. Like we're gonna have a top-down sweater workshop set in sleek class with Ande next month. If you like Ande's class, you know you will never disappoint it. Beside those, we also had a Fiberside Chat. We also do some in-person with other dyer. Like in December, we're gonna have a special event with Julie Asling from Canada. So if you have a chance to come to Austin, don't forget to visit us. Check out our website. You will find our class. Maybe you want to drop in, just learn weaving. That'll be really, really fun. So next, let's talk about our retreat. This is our 11th retreat now for our store. Every year in the first weekend of March, we would like to invite everyone to come to Austin to visit us. And next year is no, we also gonna be on March 7 and 10. And we are very happy we have this 6 teacher to join us. We got Dawn Barker, we got Olga Jazzy, we got Felicia Lowe, and we got Lindsay Fowler and Catherine Clark. They're gonna join us to our retreat. So they will different kind of class. It will be very fun. And we also have a lot of vendors. You can check this in our website as well. And our registration actually is going to be next Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. But if you cannot afford it, but you want to attend it, we do open for scholarship. So if you want it, you can check out our website for the scholarship for your friend. Yeah, if your friend want to join as well, you can help her to sponsor her for the scholarship. So that's it. I think that's next. Oh, the last thing, most important thing, don't forget our website and follow us on our Instagram and Facebook. If you sign up for our newsletter, you're going to get a weekly promotion and you're going to have a 10% off coupon for your first purchase. But for today, all of you, we want to give you more special. we're going to give you 20% off all our regular yarn on our website, which is all our yarn in our store is on the website too. You just use the code Fiberside at the checkout. And this is going to be good until August 31st. And the other thing, if you like, I don't know what you just talk about so fast, I don't know what, you can call us or email at hillcountryweavers@gmail.com. I will help you to help your purchase as well. And the other thing is that whoever purchased during this time, we will give you a special surprise gift in your order to thank you for participating the Fiberside Summer Yarn Crawl. Thank you. I forgot to talk about one thing. We did ship everywhere, but for so if you live in Canada, even Australia, we ship all the time. So if you live everywhere outside the state, we do for the shipping for you. The other thing I want to talk about is every Saturday, if you come to visit Austin or you are local Austin, every Saturday morning from 10 to 12, you see that beautiful backyard we have. We open for knitting. It's a free event. And usually we'll give out some reward for a little door prize. So you're welcome to join us when you are in Texas. Besides, enjoy barbecue and come to shop our beautiful yarn shop. Thank you, everyone. I know you guys all have a lot of questions. We will answer you through the chat. Thank you, everyone, so much. And enjoy your summer. Not like here, too hot.
Thanks, Suzanne and Kaiwen. Next up, we have Barb and Cynthia at Yarniversity by River City Yarns in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Welcome, ladies.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. That was a wonderful presentation. I want to go.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Well, here we go, Barb. We want to say welcome and thank you, everyone, for being with us here today. We know that there are a few of our friends in the audience today, and we'd like to say right off the top, thank you for being here and for supporting us. If you've taken a class, attended one of our community events, or watch our podcast, you're a friend. And we'd love to see you comment in the chat. Tell us what's your favorite class or who's your favorite teacher? Have you attended the Makers Meetup or one of our knit or crochet alongs? Maybe you'd like to recommend an RCY exclusive design or just say hi. My name is Cynthia and I'm here with my sister Barb. We are the sibling duo behind River City Yarns, a local yarn shop in Edmonton, Alberta that we ran for over 20 years. We were always more than a yarn shop. We offered a wide range of classes and had our own exclusive design collection. Of course, as you know, COVID had an impact on our business and we pivoted, going all in on being online. We often said to each other, when a window closes, open a door. We took everything online, including our workshops. We connected with our friends in the business who could no longer travel and teach, and together we embraced a new way of doing things. In the spring of this year, we closed our bricks and mortar shop to take on our new challenge. We decided that our new mission is to create an online campus, a place where we could share our knowledge and expertise and connect virtually with our customers who today are literally all over the world. We want to help you build new skills, gain confidence, and feel part of an inclusive and welcoming space. And so we began the tradition from University Yarns to Yarniversity. A big part of what we do now is provide a place for you to connect with great instructors on a wide variety of topics. All of our classes are online, taking place over Zoom, and they're recorded. You will have 7 days to review the recording after the live session, and Barb and I are here to support you between and after classes. One of us will always be hosting or TAing in the Zoom room. Today, I'm wearing a sweater from one of the classes that we hosted with Ande, and I have 3 skirts behind me. We'd like to introduce you to some of our instructors coming up this fall. And so I wanted to tell you that Anne is teaching another skirt class and a top-down yoke sweater class for us this fall. Come and join me. You can't have too many skirts in your wardrobe, honestly. And Barb is also one of our teachers. She's been working, like for the last year or 2 on machine knitting, and she's ready to share her skills with everyone. So Barb, maybe tell us a little bit about what you have planned for the fall.
Thank you, Cynthia. I'd love to. Back in 2020, COVID created a need to make things faster and creative ways for our customers to use their stash. We brought in some LK150 manual flatbed knitting machines, and little did we know how powerful they could be once you know how to use them. The best way to get good at machine knitting is to practice, and the best way to practice is by making things on your machine. So I've been having a lot of fun with a group of customers and friends who meet on a monthly basis, and I do some demos on different techniques. I'm working on swatches for this fall as I plan out the topics for our upcoming meetings. I've got I'm just going to share a picture with you of some of the swatches that I'm working on. So for those of you who have never even thought about a machine, machines can do great stockinette stitch, especially the LK150. It can also do color work like this slip stitch pattern, these 2. It can even do lace. This I did on my machine. And this one here is one of my favorite. This is Feather and Fan. And you can knit lace really quickly. Some people think that the machines can't do a good job on ribbing. They can. It just takes some hand manipulation. And here you can even do bobbles. So this is just a few of my favorite swatches that I've done in preparation for some upcoming workshops. The other thing that I'm really excited about, I'm just going to switch cameras again, is our fall lineup. We have Bristol Ivy coming to Yarniversity, and Cynthia and I are so excited. We met up with Bristol this summer at Knit City, Montreal, and when we came home, we began talking with her about teaching a series of classes. And Cynthia, how many classes have we got with Bristol?
Thank you, Barb. Bristol is teaching 4 classes for us this year, and we're working on a 5th multi-session class in the new year. I'm going to hold up this sweater that I made. This is a Bristol Ivy design, and so I want to inspire you about taking classes with her. We love her engaging and friendly style, and Bristol is also an author, and she's written this beautiful book, Knitting Outside the Box. Bristol's classes this fall include an intro to intarsia, an intro to mosaic knitting, a cool texture class called Slip It, Float It, Tuck It, and a shawl class called From the Top, Exploring Top-Down Shawls. And so that's Bristol. Another one of our favorite designers and teachers is Holly Yo. And Barb, I noticed that you're wearing a Holly Yo design today.
I am, Cynthia. This is the Rutherford vest that I'm wearing. It's an intarsia design by Holly Yo, and it has this great shoulder join. This is called an English tailored shoulder. It falls a little farther back on the shoulder, and it just makes the fit so nice. I think the thing I love most about Holly is her attention to detail. And if you are interested in learning about making sweaters, Holly's got a class coming up called First Sweater. It's knit flat and seamed. And whether you're a novice or you're an experienced knitter who wants to perhaps improve the look of your garments and the fit of your sweaters, Holly will show you how. We also have Kate Atherley teaching for us this fall. And Kate has an amazing ability to explain technical concepts in a way that makes sense. She's
That's right, Barb. Yeah. You go ahead.
I was just going to say, Cynthia, that if you could help me pop in some of those links, I've did a copy paste on them and they disappeared.
Okay, no worries, no worries.
Okay.
Barb, so all of Holly's links are in the chat, and that's good. And we're going to talk a little bit about Kate Atherley. She's an amazing person. Kate is a designer, a teacher, a tech editor for other designers, an author, a magazine editor, you name it. She's probably done it, which is great because Kate explains the why and the when, as well as the how. And Barb, Kate is teaching 9 classes for us this year. The first one coming up is custom fit knee socks. This is one of my favorite classes because Kate is a sock pro. She designed this really cool sock pattern for us called Gridiron. And this one uses a pooling concept in variegated yarns to create these grid lines in it. And so, okay, sock knitters, if you want to make tall socks and socks that stay up, and maybe you have a favorite sock pattern like this one, but you'd like to make it longer, Kate is a sock spurt, and she's going to show you how to make and fit knee socks. I also wanted to mention Kate's upcoming class on September 20th called Yarn Substitutions. This class is one of our most popular, and you shouldn't miss it. She's going to answer all of your questions like, is it fingering or fingerling? And Barb, we've got one more special guest to talk about, and that's our friend who inspires the gnome adventure in all of us.
That's right. For those of you who make gnomes, like I do, we have Canadian designer Sarah Shira coming to Yarniversity to teach her No Fun Like Gnome Fun class. You know, these are great things to do. I always make a few at Christmas time, but these are so much fun to make all year long. And at Sarah's class, if you want to do some for Christmas, you can bring red and white yarn and turn your gnome into a Santa-inspired gnome. Sarah's going to teach you all the techniques on how to make these guys. We do them in worsted weight yarn, so they're a little bigger. And she's going to teach you how to make these eye cords, these adorable shoes and boots, and all the other little things like noses. So come and join us. That's going to be a really fun class.
Excellent. And Barb, we're not all about classes. We do other things.
That's right. We do. We have a makers meetup where it's an event that will inspire and motivate you and connect you with others who share your same interests and have a passion for knitting and crochet and all things fiber. That's going to start up again on Monday, September the 10th. And so it's an opportunity to come out and share what you've been working on and meet others. Come and join us. Cynthia and I are always there to help moderate the discussion, and everyone is welcome. The other thing that we're really excited about is an upcoming knit along that we're hosting. We interviewed just a wonderful girl. Her name is Katie Noseworthy. She's a mom from Newfoundland and a designer. She's written a book called Newfoundland Knits for Little Ones. And we were so smitten with this book, we decided to host a knit along to do some of the projects. I've got a little hat here that I whipped up last weekend. It's from Katie's book. I think it's called Cloudburst. It's just
Cloudberry, Barb.
Cloudberry. Okay. Yeah. And her whole book is got little stories and things that are inspired by living in Newfoundland. So come out and join us. The knit along is free. We even have, you just need the book, and we have a discount code on our website where you can get a discount from the publisher on the book. And we're going to be knitting all things baby. I don't even have any babies in my family, but we have some great charities here that I'm going to be donating these little items to. So we encourage you to do the same.
That's right. And we also want to invite you to join us on our YouTube channel. Every month, we publish a video podcast on YouTube. We take you places. We introduce you to people. We show you our projects. We have a lot of fun, and we'd love to have you join us. In addition to our podcasts, we have playlists for trips that we've taken called Places to Go, People to See, and playlists with lots of tutorials for knitting and crochet. And Barb, in the time that we have left, I think we should probably tell people about some discount codes that we have.
Definitely. We'd like to think that we're helping smooth out the learning curve with some of these new classes that we're offering. And so to make it easy for you, we've got some codes where you can sign up for discounts. Use Fiberside 10 and you'll get 10% off any purchases you make on our online store. And if your order totals $100, 101 Canadian or more, you can use Yarniversity 101 and get 15% off. We think it's easy. Just take 2 classes or 1 multi-session class and get a bigger discount. We hope that you'll really think seriously about joining us this fall and taking some classes, building your own sort of curriculum from our Yarniversity.
Thank you so much, Barb. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. I think we might have time to answer one question in the chat, and that's about this sweater behind me. This is the sweater I knit after taking Anne Budd's top-down yoke sweater class. So you can do it too. If you join the class, I'm happy to share my design with you for your yoke. And so it's just a great opportunity to come and join us and be part of our community. Thank you, everybody. We'll let you get back to the regular schedule, and we'll answer some questions that are in the chat as we go along.
Thank you. That was perfect timing. You've got this down. Thanks so much, Barb and Cynthia. What great opportunities to advance our skills with some very great designers and teachers. So now let us move on to Florida. Laura is standing by in Purls Yarn Shop in Winter Haven, Florida. Welcome, Laura.
Hello. It's so nice to be here. Finally, my turn to present. I prepared a little slideshow because I'm not very good at speaking on the Zoom. It's not my thing. So let me share that with you. It's going to give you my 15 minutes in Florida here. Oh, I'm jumping ahead. There we go. Okay, so here's my 15 minutes of Purls. I wanted to talk quickly about a couple of our brands. We are the flagship store for Emma's Yarn. Emma is my daughter, and if you've not seen her yarn anywhere, then you should seek it out. It's in a bunch of LYSs, I think almost all of the ones here today. So Emma's Yarn, I'm going to talk more about it, of course. Love and Leche is another brand of ours. It's an organic lotion bar. We use beeswax, coconut oil, and essential oils. It's all natural. We make it here in our studio in Winter Haven. Winter Haven is smack dab in the center of the state. We're in the same city as Legoland. We're really close to Disney, Universal Studios, and we're about 2 hours from each coast. So good place to visit. Our mission statement, you can see here, we have created this beautiful inclusive community here in Central Florida, and we're really proud of that. Okay, so here's all the things. In addition to the shop, we have a big online store. We ship orders 6 days a week. Orders ship to the US for free, over $85, and they ship for free to Canada and the UK for over $125. We also ship to Australia, everywhere. We ship everywhere. and we'll work on those free thresholds for you. If you can't get it to work, you can always email us or call us. We also do a lot of shop by text. I know people like to see their exact skeins, so we'll take pictures, we'll put together color combos for you, all that fun stuff. These are our social media handles for Emma's Yarn, for Love and Leche, for Four Purls, and then this is kind of a mix between my personal and my pattern designing. There's a lot of pictures of my drinks paired with my knitting. So if you're interested in that, you can follow us. We've also set up a code, good for 20% off everything in the store. It's Fiberside 20, and it's good through the end of the month. So you have plenty of time. Okay, here are just a few shots of the shop. I know you can kind of see this one wall of yarn behind me, but it's a pretty big store. We have a big area in the center for sitting and knitting. We have lots and lots of samples everywhere, so you're welcome to come and try things on. The bulk of our store is Emma's Yarn because we're slightly biased, but we do carry a lot of other hand dyes like Ba and La BM. We actually have every single color of La BM Super Sock Merino, every single color right now. So that's kind of cool. We have a bunch of their other bases as well. We have bags from Attenti. We're obsessed with Attenti bags. They're a mother-daughter duo. They're made in California. We have self-striping sock yarn. You know, we kind of have everything. We have Barocco and your regular stuff too. And it's all on our website. I love to design patterns. So I've set up a code for all of you because I'm hoping you'll go and check out my patterns. It's a good way to see all of the different Emma's Yarn too, because that's what I design in. So the code is Fiberside 30 and it's 30% off and it's good until September 12th. These are just a few of my most recent ones. This Third Coast cardie, I love this stitch that I used in this. So you'll see there's a cardie, there's socks, there's a pullover, there's a cowl, all in the same stitch. And I tend to like get obsessed with a stitch and then go wild. And I've got cowls. This Fuzzy Fix was actually designed for the next presenter's shop, which I can't wait to watch. Fuzzy Goat's one of my favorite shops. They have a cool subscription box. And so I designed this cowl for one of their boxes. And I believe they have a Hella Hank trunk show with some of these models. So they've got all the good stuff. This is my newest pattern. I just released it about half an hour before this presentation. So two things that I'm really nervous about doing both in the same day, presenting and releasing a pattern. But it's a DK weight sweater. Sleeves are adjustable. Length is adjustable. I love it. It's Coral Moon. It's 50% off right now on Ravelry or on Four Purls. I think what we're most known for, other than the Emma's Yarn here, are kits. So we can't stop making kits. Like all the Yarnistas here, we all have our favorite designers. We all have our favorite styles. And we spend most of our days just putting together color combos and making kits. So here's just kind of an example of some of them. These are two of my patterns, Ande and Solson. And these kits work for either one. So they're a Hella Hank with 4 minis, which Emma calls her minis smalls. And we have lots of kits with smalls because they're a fun way to bring color in. Kuma kits, this is our top seller, has been for years. It's just a really, really, really fun cowl. Simple to knit, but so many different color options. It's mohair with smalls. And then this is the Collins tee, and we have several different varieties of Collins tees on the website. This is the original, and this is my daughter, Aspen, who's modeling it, the oldest of the 4 Purls. And this is Emma with the shawl up in the top corner. But these kits are for the original that use 6 colors, and then we also have kits that just use 2 colors. So it's a fun t-shirt. We also work with lots and lots of designers to design in Emma's Yarn. So Vincent Williams has designed a few things. We've got some kits on our site for other projects of his too. Lisa Ross uses color like nobody I've ever met, and her patterns are a lot of fun. she has her mystery knit along coming out Tuesday, I think. So we'll have kits ready for that. And if you haven't already signed up for our newsletter, you can do that. I suggest it, of course. Callie Monster is another fantastic designer. She puts out new patterns all the time, and they're always fun and exciting. Melissa Krememer, of course, Casapinka has a lot of things, both of them in our yarn. Theme packs are something that we have a lot of fun with. These are 10 smalls. This is a pattern that I designed called the Tropical Dilemma, and it uses a theme pack. And then over here is a cowl that Tony Lipsy designed, and you can see how the colors fade in that as well. But I'm always asking the girls to make me theme packs. I'll like send them a picture and I'm like, this should be a theme pack. And so we end up with lots of limited edition theme packs on our website. That's a favorite. Another thing I really love are these Mo Slub bundles that we do. It's a skein of mohair and a skein of slubby yarn, and we dye them together so that they coordinate. I designed this shawl, Noelani, to use one bundle, and then there's several other designs out there. So Melissa Krememer has the Mo Slub Knit Club, and she has Slip Sliding Away. Callie Monster has some stuff in it. So the Mo Slubs are fun. This year we did a couple of surprise boxes. The first one focused on me time. We did that in May, and then we had so much fun. And then we did it again in July. And this is like all of our little makers, local makers. So one of the candles was made by one of the dyers. One of the Yarnistas sewed the bags. And we have another one that we're doing for fall, kind of a Halloween trick-or-treat box that we just put on the website today. So we've been gathering little items and it's been fun. So that's something kind of neat that we do, unique to our area. We also have 6 Airbnbs, and we've been helping people kind of create their own retreats. So you can book the Airbnb with your knitting friends, and we can put together classes or knit-alongs for you. We can take you out on the chain of lakes. We've got 28 lakes connected by man-made chains. We can knit on the boat, help you with reservations. So if you want to come and visit, then this is a really fun way to do that with your friends. And if the center of the state is not your cup of tea and you're more of a beach person, we have an exciting announcement that you guys are the first ones to hear. We haven't even sent a newsletter out about it, but we recently purchased a little shop in Sarasota, and many of you may have heard of it, A Good Yarn Sarasota. They, like us, opened in 2010, and they have been hosting classes from designers all over the world, just as we have. We've hosted many of the same people, do a lot of the same things, and now we are sister stores. So if you are a beach person, stay tuned because we'll be doing a lot of fun things at A Good Yarn Sarasota as well. So we have a lot of fun here, and I would encourage you to sign up for our newsletter. We send out usually just once a week on Sundays. Sometimes if something exciting is going on, there might be something in the middle of the week. But we have a lot of pattern and kit ideas. So even if you have your own local yarn store, you can always use ideas. So you can always take those color combos that we put together and bring them to your local yarn store and have them help you pick something out. A lot of the shops carry Emma's yarn. So if we put something together and it's an Emma's yarn, then you can have your shop owner just order it from Emma. So we would encourage you to sign up for that. And that's it. That's my little presentation. How'd I do on time?
You did great. You have a couple minutes left if there's anything else you need.
Okay, so I tend to just ramble when I'm left to my own devices. So are there any questions that popped up in the Zoom? In the chat, I mean? See, you can see how nervous I get when I'm talking, but
I don't see anything popping up yet.
Somebody's
Oh,
asked if
Someone
you-
said, do you still have the yarn truck?
Oh, we do have the yarn truck. We have not taken it out since COVID. And I don't know that we ever will again. It just, COVID kind of killed that, but, that's
And you
what
may
that
want to talk about the newest design you're wearing. I know you showed it, but there have been some questions.
So this is it. This is Coral Moon. I released it today. It's in a DK weight. I used Emma's Drapey, which is a silk and mohair blend. No, I'm sorry, a silk and merino blend. You can use, any other DK weight yarn as well. But it's kind of got a unique and fun construction. And cut me off if I go too long, but it's bottom up. So you knit up to here, and then you're going to cast on for your sleeve, knit across, cast on for your other sleeve, and then you'll knit this yoke back and forth. And then you'll do the same thing up the back. It's seamed with a 3-needle bind off on the side here, and then just a short seam under here. So it's customizable. It's a pretty unique construction, but it's simple to do. There's not a lot of crazy shaping, or you don't have to pick up any stitches and do any borders. So it's just kind of fun. I was excited about the construction of it. Oh.
And that takes you right to your 15 minutes. Thank you. I, as a shop owner, can attest, I know firsthand how talented this family is. And congratulations on your newest acquisition, your new yarn store. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
So now we're going to head over to Thomasville, Georgia. And Cadence is ready to introduce you to Fuzzy Goat.
Oh, I am. I'm so humbled, much less following Laura and 4 Purls. My goodness. But just being a part of Fiberside Chat is just an amazing experience. And we like to share fuzzy love and whimsy, and it's just an honor to share the passion that we all share. We were lucky enough to be interviewed by Matthew McConaughey, kind of representing lots of yarn shops. It was interesting that he was even interested in a yarn shop. And we've also hosted James Watts, and we have links to both of those that we can share with you. And then we were recently featured in the keynote speech at our recent yarn market. So we'll share all that with you. But first, I want to share a video of our little shop and our town. Our town is really cute. So I'm going to share my screen, get that going for you here. Let's see. Let me get that. We're so glad that you're visiting Fuzzy Goat. You'll have to come in person, but we're going to give you the tour just like as if you were here. So we have it arranged by weight. So over here is our fingering yarn. We have Emma's yarns. We have Farmer's Daughter, Copper Corgi. Those are some of our real favorites that are over there. And then it gets thicker as it goes around the room. So over here we've got Sport, and then DK. Over in the Sport and DK, we've got this fabulous Feederbrook Farms. This is Lisa Westra in Virginia, and she actually raises her own sheep and then dyes it. And one of the things I just love about having a yarn store is I really could tell you the first names of 90% of the product in here, of the people that made it. And then worsted, which is our most popular because, it goes kind of fast. That's over here in our worsted cabinet. And then we have bulky over here. My favorite part of the store, though, is our lodge. That's over here, and you can count on this being filled with just lovely people, chatting, getting to know each other, people who would never normally interact in life. We interact over knitting and crochet, and so this is just a really great place where we all love to hang out. So here we are in the back of Fuzzy Goat, and we are at the Ritz Amphitheater. We've got this great amphitheater over here, fabulous public space. It's actually one of the things that makes me really proud to be part of downtown Thomasville is when I was able to buy my building, when I first bought my building, and we'll show you what it looked like before out here. This was a mud pit. And all of us along the way here donated land to make this a great public space. We just are really situated with this lovely, great space back here and this public part of downtown where we have concerts and we do knit in public out here, and we just can't wait for you to come and visit. But we're going to show you a little bit of things down the outside and down our main street too. So this is Empire Bagel. Empire is right next door to Fuzzy Goat, and we couldn't ask for better neighbors. We love having Empire Bagel next door. Now we're in front of the bookshelf, and the bookshelf is owned by Annie B. Jones. Annie is a good friend. We do our Stitches and Stories together there, which is our the best book club ever, because you don't have to actually read the book at a time. We listen to an audiobook while we're knitting or crocheting. You'll just love the bookshelf. Across the street from the bookshelf are also two of my favorites in downtown Thomasville. One is Sweetgrass Dairy. You might have even seen Sweetgrass Dairy's cheese on some of your menus all around the country. It's another small family-owned business that's really changed the whole dynamic of Thomasville. And next door to them is Firefly, and Nan owns that, and that is the most eclectic, fun store that I've ever been in. She's really influenced how I like to style my store, and that's got to absolutely be on your list of things to visit when you come to Thomasville. Now we're in front of Liam's. Liam's has a special place in my heart. Rhonda Foster owns Liam's, and Rhonda is a great businesswoman, so she's been a really good mentor to me. So I'm really glad to be here and be part of the experience that Rhonda's created here in Thomasville. Here is Sweet Cacao, which is a relatively new addition. And if you ever get some of our subscription boxes, we often try to include something in there from Sweet Cacao. So here we are in front of the Paxton Inn. The Paxton is bed and breakfast. We're just 2 or 3 blocks from downtown Thomasville. So when you stay at the Paxton, you can walk downtown. We have our Knitting with Friends retreat here. We can't wait for you to come and stay with us here at the Paxton. Carol and Charlie just put together the best experience for us, and our knitting retreat is just part of your regular experience as a knitter. Question I get asked all the time is, how did you come up with the name Fuzzy Goat? And I do feel like it was an inspiration that just keeps on giving. So my husband and I would come up to Thomasville. We originally lived in Tallahassee. We would come up here and enjoy the day. Like, there's so many lovely things to do here, and I would keep talking about how I wanted to have a yarn shop. And I didn't think he really thought we were going to do it, but it was an interesting parlor game for him. And at the time, we were driving out of the country on the way back, and he said, "What would you name it?" And I said, "Fuzzy," because I like the Z's in there. His last name is Bozeman. I just thought Fuzzy was kind of funny. And he's like, "Fuzzy Sheep." I'm like, "No, they're all named after sheep." So right when he said that, we passed a goat farm, and the goats were all climbing on top of each other. They were trying to get out. One was dragging something. They were definitely up to no good. And I was like, Fuzzy Goat. That's what we're going to name it. So I never veered from that. I might have looked at different locations and thought about different ways to decorate it, but the name stuck the entire time. Go away. Okay, not you, just the YouTube stuff. So 2 notes. Feederbrook is actually made in Maryland, not Virginia. And that beautiful Paxton Inn, they have started making movies here in Thomasville, and the movie company bought up that house. So we're a little bummed about that. So we're looking for some other options for retreats. But one of the ways that we like to share our fuzzy love is with our subscription boxes. We often sell out, and we have some main stars. So one of the things that I think might be unique about us is we really do like to work with other yarn shops. Specifically, like as Laura mentioned, but also Good Vibes Yarn Tour is one of our stars of our subscription boxes. And Fuzzy Goat does that with Not Another Hat and String Theory Yarn Company. And that's a virtual tour that we do twice a year, all 3 of us together. And then our first subscription box that started was Fuzzy Fix. And in that, we like to highlight Southern dyers. So we often have Emma's yarns in there, and thankfully patterns by Laura. And then also we have Copper Corgi and Knitwise Fibers are often stars of that box. And that goes out 3 times a year. Our biggest and most mammoth event is our box of goats, which is on sale right now for a shorter amount of time. That might be called our Advent box. And we couldn't do it without Emma's smalls, or minis really, because they're smaller than that, and Laura's patterns. And then the patterns become patterns that are not just for minis, but like the one I have right behind us over here, which is Forest Shawl, which was debuted in our box of goats, but with a lot of little minis. So that's a lot of fun to have those patterns have other lives beyond that. And last year we added Fuzzy Sunshine, which we do with Knit Collage, and that goes out in January when we all need a big box of sunshine. And then we also have Stuff Your Notion Bag, which we often do in Christmas in July, and then also at Christmas time. So I'm going to show you a few of those because I'm thinking you all have bought beautiful yarn while you've been on this tour all around the country, and maybe you need some Notion bags. So we have 3 different ones. We name them for different types of goats. So this one right here is the Alpine. This would be one where you're starting to climb in your knitting progress. And we have a list we'll link with you about all the different Notion bags and the different items that we have in there. But they often, of course, have fuzzy goat items in there, but they also have the things that I have in my Notion bag. And you can see the different things. And then we have Erin Flett make the bags for us. So we have an Alpine version. We have an Angora version. This particular one has a necklight in it. And then the one we just finished was the Angora version, which is kind of in between, not too advanced and not too basic, but in between. And you can see what's inside all of these and, of course, the beautiful bags as well on our site. And we have that all linked up for you. We also like to put together kits. So this is a custom kit. This is Isabel Kramer's Girl's Best Friend. And we worked with Manos to come to Uruguay to come up with mini skeins. And then we've kind of adapted the pattern a little bit to fit in there. And I've got to love a pom-pom or a tassel if I can. My mother would call it gilding the lily. If I can do that on a knitting shawl, then I'm going to go for it. And so we love to, they're just another company, Manos is, that we love to work with for their dedication to their women's collective that's in Uruguay. So Emma's is absolutely one of our favorites, and we are hosting a pop-up right now. We have Hella Hanks, and then we also have mini skeins for, I'm not sure if you could see those over there. Over there. And one of the surprises that we found when we opened up our Hella Hank is that we also have a color called Fuzzy Goat that Emma dyed for us there. So we have this is really fabulous because it's 600 yards. And as you can see, we have lots of samples of things that you could make. And I'll tell you about our coupon in a little bit. And since we only have the trunk show for a limited amount of time, you can use your coupon on that also. Copper Corgi is also really special. This is Sarah DeRue, and she has dyed many custom colors for us. One of the kits that we've made is our West Jack Queen kit, named after the yarn West Jack, because we are on West Jackson. My last name's Kidwell, plus it sounds a little outlaw. We kind of like that. So she's dyed that color for us. So if you didn't want the kit and you just wanted West Jack Kid, we have that. And then we also have Billie Jean. One of the ongoing jokes in this shop is everything goes with jeans. So we named this after Jean, but also we think Billie Jean's pretty awesome as well. And more people ought to know about her. And then in our recent order, we got a whole bunch of different pinks. So just in time to celebrate all things pink. We wanted to also share that we have finishing services. So we have a great kind of secret weapon in our toolbox here. Do you have projects that are hiding out, needing those last details? I know I had a couple, and I was like, oh, Sherry can finish that for me. We will still let you take all the credit. We like to ring a goat bell when things are finished, but we have a link on the page that we're going to send you to our finishing services. And we have people shipping to us from all over the country. We even have somebody who just sent us one where she wants Sherry to start the project for her because the top is brioche sweater yoke, and then she's going to finish it. So that was a new one for us. We're also known for our Facebook Lives. You can see Melissa. She's really our star in sweaters together, no matter the weather. You think here in the South, we may not knit that many sweaters, but we're knitting lots of them. And you can catch Melissa on Tuesdays and me on Saturdays. And one more feature of the shop is that we also have a great text service. So you can text us at 229-236-GOAT, and we will text you back colors, pattern inspiration, project help, all of that. And we're really honored to use our passion to help others through our support of our local and other communities. We make regular donations to the Boys and Girls Club, our nearby elementary school that has 91% free lunch, National Public Radio, and the Trevor Project are a few of our regulars. And because we're off the beaten path, we like to make it easy to visit. We also just opened a short-term rental, Jane and Hank's. My mom's middle name is Jane, and Hank's because, you know, Hanks of Yarn. And to celebrate the 2023 Fiberside Crawl, we're offering you 23% off most items, and it's good only through the 20th. So you want to use that quickly and don't let it sit around too long. And the code is, we'll be emailing you that as well, but it's Fiberside, all capitals, and then the number's 23. So sometimes I worry I'm not going to use up all my time, but maybe I did this time.
You have a couple questions, Cadence. I don't know if you want to address them now. The green scarf on the wall behind you, what's the name of the pattern?
We get asked that a lot. This one here is crocheted and it's cherries. This one over here is from Laura's and it's pulp culture over there, PULP culture. And that's Laura's pattern over there, made with one Hella Hank.
All right. And are all accolades? Do you ship to Canada?
Yes, we do. And if you have any challenge with that, just send us a text or an email and we'll fix it for you.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Cadence. I can't wait to see that interview. I can't wait to see that interview with Matthew. Oh my gosh. And what a beautiful town and amazing building transformation. Wow. All right, guys. Well, we're at the end of the hour. Thank you for attending the Fiberside Summer Crawl today. And thank you to all the shop presenters who shared their unique and special offerings with all of us. Consider using one of your reaction buttons if you'd like to show a little Zoom appreciation and love to all of our presenters. Now, as mentioned earlier, we will be sending out your follow-up email with the link to the recording, and that's going to be emailed to you within the next 48 hours. You want to stay tuned for next week, the last week of our summer crawl. We're going to welcome Cashmere Goat from Camden, Maine, Sheep to Stitch from Augusta, Georgia, Cowgirl Yarns from Laramie, Wyoming, and the Lamb Shop in Denver, Colorado. Can't wait to welcome them to our Fiberside Summer Crawl series. And now, the announcement that you've been waiting for. Thank you, Ande from Craftworks, for pulling together all the prizes donated from our friends and suppliers. Your prize package may be from one supplier or from a few. So please check our reveal video online to see all the lovely prize donations. All right, Ande, take it away.
Thank you. You've done a great job for your inaugural flight there.
Thank you.
So if we can have a drum roll. We do have, again, about 10 or 12 people. We've been limiting it to 8 to 12 people each week, saving the majority of the prizes for next week, our final, so that way anybody who signs up this week, they have a chance as well. And we do pull all the names fresh every Saturday, so that everybody who registers up to that date is included in the drawing. And we use Wheel of Names, which is really a cool, you listen to it click around, and it stops, and it has a clap. Tammy McConnell, Margie Cole, Fenny Stanley, Susan Swihart. Now, this one is Dallas DeLeo, but when I looked at the registration, it's actually Linda, Jennifer Love, Teresa Fields, Diana DeWitt, Linda Bars. All right, this one's going to throw me. Jeannice, Jeannice, Phillett, Renee Elmer, and Leah Lucero. So just a reminder, these are just the names for this week. You will be getting an email this evening from Craftworks, and it will say the Fiberside Chat winner with the date, and then it'll say verification, confirmation and verification. Please open it. Please check the address. Make any changes. Did you miss the S for South? Is the yarn supposed to be going to you or your husband? Your credit card could have a different address than the ship to address, and we do not want these kits coming back to us. They're yours, and we want you to enjoy them. So thank you all again. Thank you to all of our wonderful vendors. If you find something in your kit or you see something in any of the vendor reveals that you think your shop, you'd love to see in your shop, go ahead and mention it to your local yarn shop owner, and they can look into. One of the hard things for the vendors is that instead of being a basket where everybody gets to touch and ooh and ah, these just come to our shop and then go out to the winners. So the other shop owners, all 36 of us or whatever, don't actually see these prizes. So as much as you can, if you see something, talk to your yarn shop owner. And thanks so much, folks. And we'll have a huge long list next week. See you then. Happy times.
Thanks, Ande. And thanks again to all of our presenters today. And just want to put a plug in here, and don't forget that your registration for a new season of Fiberside Chats is on. And we've invited some of your favorite designers and creators to join us for a series of online gatherings with Longmont Yarn Shop and our group of 36 collaborating yarn shops across North America. Just a reminder, this is a totally separate event from this Fiberside Summer Crawl. It is not included in your all access pass. Chats are 1-hour Zoom sessions with special guests joining us and giving us a peek into their world. These designers and creators will discuss their unique path, creative processes, favorite techniques, latest projects, or whatever is inspiring them now. There will be an opportunity for a Q&A and other fun surprises like giveaways and pattern discounts for those who join us. And we'll be sure to provide the link for registration in the chat. You can sign up under your local or favorite yarn shop listed. If your favorite local or yarn shop is not listed, you can sign up under Longmont Yarn Shop. Now, your seat at Fiberside Chats is just $20 per speaker, and this fee supports the guest speaker and the local yarn shop that you sign up under. At the registration page, you can choose to purchase your ticket from any of the shops that are listed, and again, we'll be sure to provide that link for registration in the chat. If you'd like to unmute yourself and say goodbye, you can do that now. Thank you so much for joining in today, and we will see you next week.
Wonderful time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Have a great day. Bye.